All right, good afternoon, folks. It is I, Chief Sarcan, with another episode of Ask the Chief streaming in WildStar. I'm going to finish up my series on class reviews today with the Spellslinger. But I've already been playing the Spellslinger, so we're starting off at level 8, but we're still going to cover all the basics for you because we want to make sure I finish up the series, cover everything. So please stay tuned. We'll go over everything. We'll get some gameplay. I'm also an explorer, so we'll be talking about the explorer path. And yeah, let's have a lot of fun. So give us your questions. This is all about you asking questions and getting answers. So please strap on and let's go for it. So as you can see here, this is my Spellslinger. His name happens to be Sarcan. Lo and behold, surprise, surprise. So let's go ahead and get off the taxi pad here so we can look at our character a little bit. We'll go over some basics. The Spellslinger is your space cowboy toting a couple of guns. They can be DPS or heals, and you can tell that by the fact that they have a focus bar, which is for their healing abilities. And they have their Spell Surge, which is their DPS, or Spell Power, which is their DPS Spell Surge boosting effect. So, with that, let's go ahead and cover the basics of the class. I am currently a Mordesh, which is Exile, Spellslinger, and I have quite the look to me. I'm all hipped out here. By the way, this is not my actual armor. I am wearing a costume. If I take the costume off, this is what my armor looks like. So, let's put the costume back on because the costume is just so much cooler. Bam! Look at that. Awesome costume. So, the Spellslinger has two roles, as we already talked about. Your DPS role, which is based off of your support power, your assault power, and your healing abilities, which is based off your support power. And we already covered the focus and the spell surge. If you want to be in DPS role, you're going to focus on your primary 3 stats, which is finesse, moxie, and then brutality. If you're focusing on healing, you're going to character develop going insight, grit, and tech. Those are your primary 3 specs. And the reason why you do that, because it also corresponds to how your milestones play out, and also what stat points you get automatically as you level. So every time you level, your main stat's going to get 7 points, your secondary is going to get 5 points, and your tertiary is going to get 3 points for both your primary and your secondary role. So in this case, every time I level, I'm going to get 7 more points in my base stat of finesse and my base stat of insight. So, yes, I am reading this. Hold on just a sec. And so, in doing that and paying attention to what you automatically get points in, you also can help kind of decide, oh, well, what kind of gear do I want to accept? Because you have 3 primaries for each, you want to pay attention when you accept a gear reward. Is it going to get me to the next milestone so I can get that big boost? Am I going to get the big bang for my equipment? Or am I way over one of those abilities and I really don't need to boost that one if I can get the next milestone? So just food for thought. So let me address the questions here. Hello, for those that have tuned in. What would be your primary as a hybrid? Well, that depends on how you're going to hybrid. Your primary stats are still your primary stats, but as a hybrid, you're probably going to want to focus on both primaries. So if you wanted to be DPS with some healing, you would want both finesse and insight. And how you balance that out depends upon the abilities you're going to play with. And we're going to get to the abilities in here in just a second. I'm going to show you that. I want to get this thing rolling along, but I want you to understand the basics of your character. As you can see here, you have 13 gear slots that you can fill up as you progress. This is for your trade skill tool, so it doesn't count for stats. It is your harvesting tool once you get into trade skills. So with that, let's go into your secondary abilities. As you can see here, strike through rating comes from your brutality. Assault power, which is your primary DPS stat, comes from your finesse. and crit chance rating and crit severity rating comes from there. So when we jump over here, you're going to see how much you get in all these different secondary abilities, or attributes, I should say. All of these come into play and come from things from your gear, from your amps, from your base stats, because your primary attributes bleed over to a certain amount of these stats. Plus, you're also going to get to do rune crafting later on that also adds to these different types of things. So there's a lot going on in your character development that you got to pay attention to, and depending on how you want to play your character. Anyway, so with that, let's go ahead and look at some abilities. We hit our B key and we're going to open up our action bar set. Let's see here. I am not a retired Master Chief, but I am a retired Chief. There is a difference. I wish I had retired a Master Chief, but unfortunately I didn't stay in long enough to become a Master Chief. But that's okay. Chief is a chief is a chief, regardless if you're a Master or a Senior or just a Chief. Anyway, so looking at our Assault tab, these are all based off the abilities that directly support mostly your DPS. They're not exclusive to DPS builds. Some of these you may want to mingle in your healing build. Your support abilities are mainly focused on your group support, your healing, and all of that. And utility for all classes typically deals with movement, crowd controls, and any other types of just good flavored abilities that can help out both you and everybody else depending upon what they are. So for example, if you look at the gate ability, which I have equipped, I blink forward, and in doing so, I stun 5 opponents. There's your CC. It comes from utility abilities. And if we close this down, we can see my gate can go pretty far. So I'm going to hit up to 5 people in that range. So if we go back to our DPS, Mobile Fire is your main ability that you get at low levels. And so it's going to do damage to 3 times to 5 foes. If you use Surge Bonus, you're going to increase the damage rate. Now, Surge Bonus is a very unique feature, and the way it works for the Spellslinger is it's a toggled ability down here that is your innate ability. Now, every class has an innate ability, but you're going to be, unlike a lot of classes, using your Spell Surge quite a bit. Every time it's off cooldown, you're probably going to be hitting it because you're going to want to be doing the extra damage or the extra healing. So to me, you end up using your innate ability a lot more. I use it a lot on the Stalker also because I like to go stealth quite a bit. But, you know, it's there. It's part of your routine that you're probably going to want to get used to, is using your Spell Surge more often. Keep in mind, if you use it too much, you won't have any Spell Surge or Spell Power, and then you ain't going to be able to cast anything. But anyway, I digress. So let's get back here to some of these other abilities. Charge Shot. This is a mechanic that you have to actually hold down the button, or you have to toggle it, I should say. You hit the button, let it charge up until you want to discharge it, and then you hit it again to discharge. You are going to do damage regardless of the number of charges you have, but it helps control your movement, because maybe you only want to charge it up once or twice because you want to finish somebody off, where you'll notice when I play, I charge up to start the fight to 4, hit him as hardest, start coming in, and then start working it from there. Then you have things like Ignite, which is a damage over time, you know, so on and so forth. Wild Barrage, where you're just unloading like a mad guy. So just to give a flavor of some of the abilities I'm currently using. Then you have healing abilities like Heals an Ally. Got to be targeted on it, but you heal an ally. And Distortion puts a shield on an ally. So now not only are you healing, but you're providing defense. This is kind of the way the Spellslinger does healing. Heals yourself and 5 closest allies. So you're like dropping a healing grenade around you, and boom, now anybody that's close to you is getting some healing. There we go. So, but let's look at some of the ranges. You can see Mobile Fire. I can cast this while I'm moving. Not all abilities you can cast while you're moving. Oops. You got this one, which is your thing. My Wild Barrage. I can just keep firing and moving around also. Ignite. Light them up. See how far the range that is? If I hit that. But see, the charge shot, I can't cast while I'm moving.
Challenge begins.
Oh, we got a challenge right off the bat. Look at that. I guess we'll go ahead and do it. Now how I'm using the charge shot.
Double kill.
And you can see, you can turn your thing here.
Double kill.
Wow, they just instantly respawn. That's kind of nice.
Double kill.
Didn't mean to start a challenge, but hey, what the heck. I'll get back to questions here in just a sec. So usually I start off with a charge shot, let it charge to full, then I hit them with the damage over time. Then I'll just use my default to rebuild up that spell power. Oh, I've been trapped. Yay. You see the damage over time killed him. Piece of cake. Alright, let's go take on the big guy, but let's see what a gate does. Oh no! Let's stun that sucker, because we don't want to take him on just yet. Oh, he got me anyway. All right. So you see how I'm kind of getting the rhythm of things? I'm trying to keep things at distance, but at the same time I'm trying to make sure I get my dots on. I work the system. Keep moving, stay out of his range. And we're golden, look at that. Isn't respawning here. Oh. Nope, he doesn't have a thing on him. Here's another one.
Challenge complete.
Alright. What did we get? Oh, we got a bag. Why not? Okay, so let me get to questions. So, let's see here. So we got a YN3. Congratulations. Thank you for your service. Let's see here. Are there more abilities than we're showing? Yes. Unfortunately, I'm only allowed to show you up to level 15 content, so I'm not highlighting any abilities that are above the level 15 because that's what we agreed to. But we have all the way up to level 50 abilities that I could show you if I was allowed. So, the gear I am currently wearing, so the question is, what gear am I wearing? That's a very good question. I am actually wearing a costume. So, in beta right now, for every weekend you log in, they're giving out a costume to try and entice you into things. So if I take off my costume, this is what my gear, well, that makes me look naked, but I'm not actually naked. I actually have gear on. This is a special Highlander set costume. So that's why I'm looking so cool, is because I'm wearing a costume. If I take my costume off, then that's what my gear looks like. And so it's still cool, it's just not as cool. So as you can see here, if you have a costume available, all you have to do is turn it on or off. You can individually turn on different slots. So if I had a hat and I had some shoulders, I could add those on. If I didn't want to wear the gloves, I could turn the gloves off, so on and so forth. So the costume system is pretty cool. And as you level up, you end up with more costume slots. Costumes do not take up a spot. So if you open up your inventory, here's the costume pants. Once you write it onto your costume, it stays forever and I could get rid of the pants. However, if I still wanted that costume, I would need to keep the pants because if you overwrite it, it's gone for good if you didn't keep it. So just food for thought. Anyway, any other questions before I get back to my review here? Let's see here. Anyway, so at this level, this class is all about mobility. In fact, it stays about mobility the entire time. Let's go ahead and show you an example of me using Spell Surge. So you've seen that I almost killed things by just using my charge ability. But let's see how much damage I do. Let's do it without first. So let's see how much damage I do to this guy if I just hit one. You can see I didn't do much, right? Let's hit R and do the same thing again.
Double kill.
See how much more damage I did just for having my Spell Surge? But look it. If I don't turn it off, I just run my spell power completely out. So, that could be very dangerous. So now I have to let my spell power recharge before I can use it again. So you don't want to just turn it on and leave it on. You are going to hurt yourself. Now, some abilities do not require spell power to cast them, but others do. So you have to balance between building spell power and using spell power. Anyway, the Settler does not build stuff for in combat, but the Settler can build stuff that buffs you for combat. Two different things. So, right now on this class, I am an Explorer, so I have Explorer missions. We do not have any beta keys. The only way to get a beta key is to sign up at WildStar Online. Okay. Oh, see this here in the sky? Someone has put up a Settler building thing, so we can go over and get a buff.
Payoff complete.
So somebody just completed something. Let's go check it out. What'd they build for us? Oh, they built a run speed station. Cool. So we can click on here and get a buff. Nice. Alright. So let's see about doing some missions while you guys ask me questions about the Spellslinger, because we're just here to have some fun. So let's see here. Let's look at our map. I want you to understand the map. If you haven't been to my show before, I'll give you a brief rundown of the map. The map gives you the entire zone of what's possible to see. Squares that are visible, you've been to, obviously, just like any other game. The unique thing about the map, it tells you a lot of different information of being a completionist in the area. Any area that's highlighted in yellow is a place where you have a quest. So if you highlight your quest objective, it's going to tell me I have a quest in this area that I have to do. If it is in orange, as you can see out here on the map, it is part of your path system. So anywhere that is surrounded in orange, it's for your path. So, and then like I said over here, it tells you there's 28 challenges in this zone. There's 43 tasks, 3 Tales from Beyond comics to find, 16 data cubes, so on and so forth. So if you're really completionist, want to know that you've done everything, you'll be utilizing your map a lot. There's also a ghost mode, so you can actually turn it on to ghost, and it just kind of sits in the back behind you. Gives you an idea where you want to go, but not actually be completely displayed. I don't like the ghost mode, so I don't usually use it. Let's see here. Let's do a quest. You can see I can just push on the button here, and it kind of tells me what direction I need to go to work on it. It won't give me where exactly to go, but it does kind of tell me, hey, go this direction. And now you can see that I got numbers corresponding on my map that says I have stuff to do. Alright, we found the mailbox. We got to talk to this person.
Are you ready for what's next?
Alright.
Mission unlocked.
We also have an explorer mission that looks like I need to climb this tree. So, to understand your pathing system, you can go in here and you can see all the available quests that your path will have. And then you can also look at which ones you completed and what your progress on each. And it tells you what kind of quests these are. So like here, Celestial Falls, place a mapping beacon at the top of the falls. Well, when I get to the falls, I need to remember I got to do that. So, and you get levels, and as you can see here, as you go up in levels, you earn rewards. Like when I get to 5th level, I will have an Enduring Breath, which means I can breathe underwater. It's part of my path ability. So, let's see here. Questions while I take a drink. So, spring of 2014 is the goal. Keep in mind the game is going to launch when it's ready. They've said that many, 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 many times. It's been around longer than a year in a super closed beta. It started out in Friends and Family in early 2012. The game has been in development for about 5 years. Oh no! Darn it. Jumping puzzles, the bane of the explorer. And I apologize if my keyboard is loud. It is a mechanical keyboard, so. No, 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 no! Ah! I'm not going to finish this. I feel silly. I'm usually better at these. By the way, for those of you that are curious, you can turn off your sprint function when you're doing these type of things by just hitting this button. That way you can't actually end up going too fast if you didn't want to. It does sometimes make jumping puzzles easier for some people. Anyway, let's see here. You have to manually turn off the dodge right here. So if I didn't want to dodge, I could turn that off just like that. Are we gonna make it? Woo! We're up to here. How much further we gotta go? We made it! Yay! Alright, check out Operations Mission Shrines. Oops, I didn't want to do that. We've completed 1 of 3. There we go. Now let's take a look at the view, because this game is all about the views. You can see some settlers are busy building some stuff. This is Celestian, one of the starter areas for exiles. Okay, a few more questions and I'll get down off of here. Hopefully without dying. There's the path. Alright, well we'll just fall down here instead. Oh, what did we find here? We collected some eggs. Cool. Oh, we got a quest. Alright, so let's see here. How do I like the AMP system? I love the AMP system. The AMP system gives you that extra layer of progression that really defines yourself. So if we go over here to the AMPs, as you can see here, I've started focusing into DPS. I like to do extra chance to do crit hits. I like to do extra damage when I crit. So that's what I'm kind of focusing on the Spellslinger. But I could have just as easily went over and decreased the cost of Spell Surge, or increase my recovery rating if I'm into healing, so on and so forth. I could also go down in here and help with my health, and stuff like that. Support power, sprint. This is going to make my Spellslinger be completely different from the Spellslinger next to me by what amps I choose, and what abilities I choose, and which abilities I plan to put points in. Completely diversifies how character development is. So I think there's a very multi-layered process into developing your character to where you can be a unique flower in the world if you really, really want to. Will there possibly be different builds that could be quote-unquote the best and the optimized? Well, sure, if that's your playstyle. But depending on what kind of things you like to bring to the party, no two people are going to be the same. Because there's abilities I just absolutely loathe to use that are phenomenal abilities because they just really don't flow for me. So it's really up to you how you want to play and which ones you want to play. Like I was testing out Stalker tanking earlier, and I found a couple abilities that were phenomenal tanking abilities and are great for a party that I just couldn't sink my teeth into. Not because they're bad abilities, it's just I haven't figured out the rhythm for them yet. And so, you know, as everybody plays their characters, plays their classes, plays their paths, they're going to find out what works for them. Okay. Yes, there'll be more people being invited to beta probably right after the first of the year when everybody's back from holiday break. How do tiers work? So tiers in abilities, you get starting at level 6, or is it 6? You get ability points, and you get to spend them on your abilities to increase them. It's not 6. I'm misquoting. Anyway, as you get points, you put them in here, and it gives you extra to that ability only. So if I like to use Mobile Fire, I may invest points into Mobile Fire, so at every tier I put a point in there, I get 4 extra damage per shot. Well, for an ability that shoots 3 times, that's 12 every tier that I'm adding to the ability's damage. When I hit tier 4, it also increases my movement speed while casting in combat. So if movement is important to me, I may invest into this ability just to get that tier 4 bonus. Or I could take it all the way to level 8 and it generates 2 more spell power when I use the ability. Well, if you're burning through spell power, you may want to invest in this ability to get that extra bonus from it. But you only have so many points to spend. So you have to decide, because you're only probably going to be able to take like 3 abilities to tier 4, or, you know, 3 abilities to tier 8 with 2 abilities to tier 2 or tier 4, and then the rest of them with nothing. And so you got to figure out where you want to be with the tiers, and you can reset them at any time by going to a training vendor, so that's not a big deal. So, and you also have 4 sets, action sets, if you missed that part. Up here, action sets, By the time you get to 50, you will be able to use all 4 action sets to save builds, and that's your abilities, your tier points, and your amps. That's 4 separate builds that you get to save for your character that you just swap between out of combat. So, can hots and dots critically hit? Yes. Both the Spellslinger and the Engineer have dot type abilities, and I believe the Medic also does too, that are going to hit damage over time. Now, keep in mind, I believe the Engineer is actually a fixed location on the ground, not the characters, so they have to stay in the area. But the Spellslinger and the Engineer can put like the fire dot here on them that does damage over time. Yes, so the amp system, this is your support tree, just like your abilities, is focused on your healing. This is your assault, which is focused on your DPS. Your utility is your CC tree. And then you have your hybrid abilities that are in here, your PvP defense and your PvP offense. To access these tiers, you have to spend enough points in each triangle on each side of this area. So if I want to focus on PvP defense amps, I have to spend points here and points here to unlock this tree here. Now you can show it all and you can see how many amps there are. And keep in mind, a lot of these amps are free. However, many of these that are out by themselves you have to buy, or you have to unlock, and vice versa. There may be amps you have to select here to be able to use your ability here. And you can just see here, like this ability says unlock through the amp. So you have to buy the amp ability to get the actual ability on your hotbar to use. So anyway, let's get back to some questing.
Do you feel that? Even the trees are nervous. There you are.
Let's see here. Oh, this recover focus. Nope, I don't need that one. Keep in mind that I'm not going to be reading quest texts to you because I don't want to spoil it for you. So if you're one of those that are trying to get a hint onto the game, I'm not going to do that for you. I've done most of these quests, so I'm just clicking through them quickly and continuing on. You want to get in the story and the lore, you get to do that when you play the game. Holdout! Oh no!
Watch out. Those creatures look really mean. You are so close. Just a little bit more.
Double kill.
Alright, we got a holdout mission. Keep them off the rock.
Just a little bit more. I promise.
Just a little bit more.
But it's urgent.
Oh, hold on.
Double kill.
Tearing it up. As you can see here, we're getting our status of our holdout mission by how long before the next person attacks.
Double kill. Triple kill.
Nice. And that one is protected. Whoop, whoop. There we go. It says we got to do another one over here. Kept fireflies. Okay. Okay, seeing that there are 4 different types of action sets, does the primary stats change according to the action set? No, your stats are not going to change unless you change out your gear. You will have your action sets will change your abilities and your amp and your ability tier spending, but it will not change your gear. Your gear is what's going to change your stats beyond what you get automatically. Okay, max level. The max level is designed to be level 50, and there will be a wipe before the game is released. Everyone will start the same at 0. Max level in beta is 36 currently, but we can't show you beyond level 15. Let's see here. What am I doing here? Oh, I gotta catch butterflies. Let's go catch some butterflies.
challenge begins.
Uh-oh. Challenge begins. Oh, we gotta go find some more butterflies. Oh, what do we find here?
Mission complete.
Alright, we leveled up to path level 4. We also found some lore. So now we have Safe Fall, so let's go ahead and equip Safe Fall. We go to Path, and I can now have a Path ability here. And you have to say accept thing. Uh-oh. So now I can use that if I want to fall down a little bit. Can I swim upstream? Yep. There we go. Come on. Go. And we found some more lore.
Fascinating.
Where's some more butterflies at?
Totemic
Oh,
sculptures
there we go.
are
I see
infused
butterflies
with
now.
high levels of primal life, providing a natural defense against damage and decay.
I'm not doing very good at
It
this
seems the
trial.
hulking forest guardians who created them have an instinctive grasp of both infusion and evocation, making them more dangerous and infinitely more interesting.
I'm not finding any more butterflies. Let's have fun on the mushrooms. Oh no! Now there's some more butterflies, finally. I don't see any more butterflies. These mushrooms are so much fun. Oh, I think I see some up above. Let's go up. Come on. There's some more. Yay! Oops. Falling down. No, no, no. Don't fall. I'm not doing very good at this challenge, am I? Come on. Get up there. Oop. No, 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 I'm falling down again. Oh, there's some more butterflies. Oh, just another mushroom. Alright, I suck at this challenge. Alright. Oops. I think I've just seen some. Oh, and I just died. Nice! Death to me! So here's the res system. I could res right here, or I can just res at the nearest hollow for free. And I did take equipment damage for that, so let's see here. Yes, I apologize for my loud keyboard. Like I said, it's a mechanical keyboard.
Challenge failed.
Yeah, I'll retry it later.
You are destined to deal death.
So let's take a look at our map and let's find something to do. Alright. What mount level do you get mounts? Currently, right now, the mounts, we're getting them at 10. Let's see here. So, we got lots of stuff we can do here. We got some stuff over here. Collect butterflies. Got an exploration mission. Guess he doesn't want to attack me. Alright. So... oh, I found a thicket. Thickets are always cool. More quests. Oh no, the buff lady went away.
My job is to watch out for this forest.
Housing. I've never tried to visit a house on one of my alts. Every character gets a house. I'm sure that you can visit the other houses. I don't know if you'd get full benefit of the buffs from being at the house because they should be based on your character, but that's a very good question. Let me investigate that and I'll get back to you. Alright, what else we got here? Alright, let's keep going up. I don't know if I have any trade skills. I'm not level 10 yet. So. Alright, we're back on the... oh, we have to start over here again to retry. I think the point of each character having a house is literally you're going to be collecting so much stuff, you're going to have different ways you want to display things. Let's see here.
Challenge begins.
Alright, let's go again. That is if you're into that type of thing. Oh, come on. Don't fall down. Darn it. Not again.
I'm all ears. Bye for now.
Oh, come on. Really? Come on. Making me look bad here. There we go. Oh, he's up there. Okay. Let's do this again. I am just terrible at this today. The heck? See, butterflies right there. Come on. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Wow, lots of butterflies over this direction. We just need one more.
Challenge complete.
Woohoo! We got it! Interesting. All right, let's loot our reward. And answer some questions. Ooh, let's take some shoes. Okay, let me get back to questions. Okay, do you have add-ons on the game like WoW? Yes, you have add-ons. Everything that the Carbine develops is available for everyone to look at and use or change or manipulate. No add-ons are hidden. Here's your add-on menu. You can see all of them that are made by Carbine that you can adjust if you're an add-on author. There's quite a bit of them. Everything is available. And then you can see I have a number of add-ons installed by players within the game. So, for example, my Loot Junk Sale is an add-on by a player. I have add-ons here that's like this social thing that lets you tag your friends and make notes and stuff like that. So there's lots of different add-ons. Yeah, the butterfly challenge was a challenge. Only because I forgot where the butterflies spawn. I usually play Dominion, so anyway. Let's see here. If you're a miner and a survivalist, can you use a mining pick and a chainsaw equipped at the same time? No. However, you can, because you have to have it equipped, you can put both on your hotbar, and then when you click it, it should equip it, and then you click it again to use it. So basically, you'd just be hot swapping between all the time. So you could have your mining pick and your chainsaw here and here. By clicking it, it would switch it to be equipped. The second click would actually harvest with it, and you can just go back and forth. So, did I win my shoes? I did. So now we got a new pair of shoes. And we got 6 brutality, 75 armor. And as you can see here, when you're comparing gear, it's going to give you an indication of what you lost and what you could gain when it does it. So you can see I'm currently equipped with a simple canvas shoes, which are light armor, even though I am a Spellslinger, so I'm using light. So I lost, if I was to equip this, I would lose 30 armor. I would lose 6 brutality, which affects my strike-through rating and my critical severity rating. But I would also gain 1 grit. And if you look over on the other side, it tells you grit equates to base health. So it gives you a very good comparison between of what you're going to gain and what you're going to lose to help you make that decision process of what gear to equip. So it's a good note there. So let's see what else I need to do here. I need to get up here at the top of the falls for my explorer mission, and we're not quite there. Let's see here, and I'm pretty high up. I'm probably going to die unless I find one of these things to fall on. Mushrooms. Oh, there's one. And I missed it. Wow, and I fell all the way to the bottom and died again. 2 deaths for me. Whew. I'm on a roll. All right. Let's see here. So this is your training kiosk. You can come here and learn, and as you can see here, you can respec your amp points for free. This also can respec your, well, it only respects your ability point, or your amp points. If you wanted, say you spent points in an ability, all you do is take it off your hotbar, equip something else, and their points are recollected, and you could spend them somewhere else. So just to respec something you've spent points in on a tier, all you do is unequip it and re-equip it. So, yeah, I forgot my path ability. I should have used that on the off chance I was going to fall. Question, selling gear, is it worth repairing before selling? No. Just sell your gear outright. More than likely, most of the time, you're going to be salvaging your gear to be used in crafting. Because even if you don't craft, you're going to want to sell the resources. Unless you need money, and then obviously you'll sell the gear. But repairing is quite expensive, and is probably going to be more than what you're going to get for the gear, so I would not recommend repairing anything. In fact, I never repair my gear unless it's something I'm planning on keeping, and it's down to about 5 or 10% of its durability left, just because you need the money, and repairing, while good, is not great at the lower level. So for example, let's go in here. I'm going to sell these. I sold them, and yes, you can buy back anything you've sold recently. But if you go here and look at repair, look at, it's going to cost me 11 silver or 11 copper to fix 2 durability. Am I losing that much on the durability? No. So why repair it? If my durability was really low, saying I'm starting to lose some of the benefits of it, or I don't want it to break, then yes, I would repair. So like here, 28, 30, 26, 27, 24, 22, 25. It could be important to repair those later on, but right now, to me, it's not worth that much copper. And yes, you can repair all for that 42 copper, which doesn't seem like a lot, but when you start repairing every time you come to town, it can get expensive. So, and you're changing gear so often, so quick at the lower levels, it's just not worth it. So here's the taxi stand. As you can see here, places I found, I can use this taxi to transport between, but that wasn't the intent. They just wanted me to do it for a quest. They're just trying to show me around town. This is my bind spot. If I die, it's going to bring me near this area. Okay. Personal favorite class, I've always been partial to the Stalker. Just because, and I'm partial to the Scientist. Yes. I've covered all classes throughout my series. You just need to take a look at my YouTube channel for each class and each path. I talk about both in every one. Favorite region? I really like the look of many of the Exile regions, but I'm also like the look of many of the Dominion regions. So that's really a tough choice. It really comes down to what you want to play aesthetically. Some of the music is just by far the best of anywhere here in the Exile zones. But the Dominions have some awesome zones also. So let's see if I can actually get to the top of these falls for my Explorer mission. Notice the water geometry current actually pushes against me. That is, to me, a very cool feature. All right, let's see if we can get to the top of the falls. That wasn't the way I needed to go. Well, that saved me, but that didn't... Oh! Look what we found! We found some lore! Yay!
The primal energy matrix in this region is exponentially stronger than any I have ever measured. As a result, I have created a device that...
I really want to get to the top of these falls so I can show you the Explorer path functionality when you get to the right spot. And I missed. What the heck? Oh well. Banzai! Let's find something else to do. I'm sure you guys are tired of watching me jump on mushrooms. Unless there's a way up on this side. Yeah, I like the Explorer. It's in my second favorite path. But as you can see, I'm not being very good at it. Oh, that one's not... Come on, make it! Come on! Ooh, that was close. Thought we could get across there. Alright, see if we got any more questions here. Does gear break from dying? Yes, you can break your gear. Alright, let's see here. Let's see where I'm supposed to be going here. I'm way over here. Cave. Falls. Oh, I just killed myself again. What the heck? I didn't even realize I slipped. Alright, I'm done with these falls for now. Alright, so let's do a quest. Shock paddles to the animals. So the T abilities here, you're going to find a number of quests that have these. And what they do is they just ask you to target something and hit the T. It wants me to go this direction. So let's go this direction. Oh, I had a quest to turn in. Right there, number 3.
Checking in, pal. Keep it frosty.
Alright, we completed a quest. Yay! Sprinting!
I was getting worried. Good job. You deserve a great big hug.
Alright. Time to zap some bugs. Let's do this. But, nothing says we can't damage them first.
Double kill.
There we go. Zapping bugs. Seems like we're killing the same stuff as before. There we go. Moving right along. Uh-oh. Hold on. Trying to fix it. Give me a sec. There we go. Sorry about that. That happens. Sorry about that. Do appreciate you letting me know. Sorry it took me so long to get it to freeze. Oh, some more lore. Look at that.
These large hybrid humanoids have evolved an extrasensory perception of the forest's collective life force.
So while we're at it, let's cover the lore panel real quick here. So for this zone, Celestian, there's 43 pieces of lore to collect. Now, you don't have to collect this, but it does add depth to your story if you like it. There's a lot of information that's there. So Data Cubes is all about the Elden. What did they do here on this planet? There's a lot of information there if you're into to understanding what's going on. For this particular zone, there's 16 of them. We've collected 5. As you can see here, when you click on it, it's going to tell you a little sound bite. You can always click on this and read it and play the soundbite again later. So if you're out questing, you're fighting some stuff, you collect the lore, but you don't want to read it now, no worry. Come back to it anytime you want to. Now, the other type of entries are journals. Journals are stories that are all-encompassing by themselves. So a journal here is going to tell you about give you an in-depth story about something that happened in that immediate vicinity that's just for that situation. They're all encompassing. You find a journal, you get the whole story. But as you can see here for this zone, there's 24 journals, and all of this storyline is going to play together and go together and have different impacts on each other, but they're not directly related per se. Then your last time are called Tales Beyond the Fringe. Now these are stories that you do not get to read. Consider them graphic novels or mini stories all in themselves, but you do not get to read them until you find all the pieces. And so, for example, there's 3 Tales of the Fringe stories in Celestian. I've only started working on one of them, and that one has 7 pieces, which I've only gotten 3 of. So when I click on this, I get nothing until I collect them all. So these are really special stories that go deep into the lore of the game, that's going to also be very humorous. If you've been following the website, they have Tales Beyond the Fringe type comic books that are happening on the website. These are what they're kind of related to. And every zone has this stuff. Anyway, let's get back to questing. Alright. Oh, so there's a question about my graphics setting. My graphics are pretty much max. So if you go into options, video, I am going full distance, full view distance fogged, max camera, texture quality, so on and so forth. Pretty high detail here. So yes, if I use a buff station for a settler, they get a tiny bit of experience for me doing so. It is very nice that all the paths can support each other. If you don't keep up with your exploration, you can come back at any time. That is true. There's no requirement to do anything at any time.
Greetings. Duty is further demands.
Oh, he tapped me. Alright. We completed that mission. Oh, reputation generator. Nice. So let's see here. Where do I want to go? I have quests back in here. I guess we'll head back to town. Oh, some plants. Let's see here. You're sweet to say so. Thank you. So, for those of you that are interested, so here's a Hunter Vein. I got a buff that says if I kill creatures within them, I'm going to get extra reputation for doing so. So you can see Hunter Varen's proximity is 100. Well, if I kill this creature over here, while Hunter Vein is standing here, I get extra reputation for doing so. Alright, so there we go. I got extra celestial reputation for killing creatures in front of this hunter mob. Both factions have these type of things in their first zone, and so if you're looking to grind out reputation, it behooves you to find creatures near one of these hunters and kill them while they're close by, so you get that extra boost to reputation. Anyway, let's just have some fun while you ask questions. Alright, see, I got a bonus to the reputation for doing that in front of them. Swimming in the rivers. Oh, we got another holdout we need to do over here. Let's go do that holdout. Holdouts are fun. Let's rock this party! Okay, which way are they coming from? Oh, there they are.
Double kill. Triple kill.
Let's stand over by you. Let's see here. Which way are you coming? Which way are you coming?
I just know
from?
you'll make it happen.
Double kill.
Oh yeah. See ya. Didn't want to be ya. So reputation rewards are going to give you stuff like gear, crafting recipes, different unique things like that.
Double kill. Triple kill.
Yeah, there we go. Pretty much like any other game, reputation is going to give you access to more stuff. So, unique reputation items. Oh, more lore on the table. Yay, let's read a story. Yes, it is very much worth it. Really, especially at low levels, it's not very hard to get the reputation rewards, but a regular quest reward item might be, well, let's take a look here. Let's go at my gear. So, let's look at this green pants. It's a base level 4, 66 armor. Base level 7, 75 armor. Now let's pretend those were both level 7 items. The blue, or the simple canvas boots, or that's not a good example. Okay, here we go. The 5 and 6, okay, Firestorm armor, see how it's so much more stats and it's blue? These are the type of things you could buy with reputation. At the same level, you're normally getting something that's got much less armor, much less stats. So here's a level 6, it's only got 67 armor. Here's a level 5 that's got 95 armor. Big difference. So if you're willing to spend money for stuff, reputation's going to allow you to get some stuff that's much higher quality at the same level. So they're very much worth getting a reputation. If you're a crafter, there's many recipes or schematics that you will not get without getting the reputation. Keep in mind, just questing in a zone, you're going to get the reputation anyway. So if you're one of those that does do the quests, does the path things, just as out killing in general, you're going to get plenty of reputation anyway. Adventures, dungeons, and stuff like that all have reputation tied to them also. So you're going to have unique gear that you're only going to be able to buy via the reputation. So that's important. In fact, I will find you a reputation vendor shortly. They're called the next time I get to town, and there's a quest vendor. In fact, right here. Hey, perfect segue. A quartermaster is a vendor that sells reputation gear. So let's see what we have. So we open this up, and you're going to come down here, and you're going to see there's stuff. Well, the X means I can't use it. But let's go here, level 5. Now this is not a very good example because it's not showing you the reputation needed to unlock it. But if it did have a lock, it would say lock, and then it would tell me how much reputation I needed to have for that particular item. What do we got here? And I misspoke. Quartermasters aren't typically reputation vendors. They're just a vendor unique to the area. But anyway, you get the idea. Anyway. Scoped out RP in here. I'm assuming you mean roleplay. Yes. Roleplay in WildStar can be quite fun. In fact, there's an add-on author that wrote an add-on completely to support roleplay. It's got its own special chat messages that you can do between each other, gives you unique tags, gives you a way to put your story about your particular character on there, so if somebody inspects you, they can see it if they have the add-on also. There's lots of wonderful things from a roleplay standpoint that have been built into the game. Let's see here. Let me close this. Oh, I got 7 of those. What's going on with my tooltips here? Oh, there we go. Instant heal. Instant heal of 740, 1720. And a heal over time. Okay, so we got those 3. I got a recipe. So, speaking of recipes, I found a cooking recipe that we can learn. But I don't know cooking yet, so I can't learn it. So we'll just look at that. So we got a drop recipe. Okay, this is a task board. So if you see these task boards, these are going to give you quests that are recommended for more than one player. Typically 2+, 3+, 4+. But these are open world, harder to get bosses. And as you can see here, if I do this quest, I have a chance to choose some blue gear. So of course, we're going to pick up that mission. And if you're good, you don't necessarily need more than those people, but sometimes you do. So it looks like we got one more holdout we need to do for this area, so let's go do that. My favorite right now, I've answered this numerous times, is a Dracenstalker or a Mordesh. Those are my 2 favorites.
Do you feel that? Even the trees are nervous.
Double kill. Triple kill.
You are so close. Just a little bit more.
Double kill.
I hate to rush you, but it's urgent.
Double kill.
Look at that. Now notice what I did there. I charged up and I just waited to use it until they spawned. You can hold that for a certain amount of time. However, it doesn't last forever. So you got to be careful with charging up and then letting it sit for too long. But in this particular case, I was able to do it. So I got a quest I can turn in here. A couple of quests to turn in. So let's go turn those quests in. Notice what we did. We finished the path mission. And now there's a shield around the town to protect it from bad guys. Stop noobing. Yep, sorry, can't. I'm a noob extraordinaire. I am nooblicious.
Have any news? Nice deals for nice people.
Alright. Alright, here's the reputation vendor that actually shows you the reputation. As you can see here, if I have 2,000 reputation with the protectors, I can purchase this item. And it tells me my stat exchange. Notice the difference is not really that great, 67, 67. As you get higher up, more requirements, here I go, fab kits. 4,000 reputation to buy a silo fab kit. Now keep in mind fab kits can also drop, but if you're in a hurry to upgrade your house with something and you had the reputation, you had the money, you could come and buy this stuff. Do I want a spooky graveyard? I need 8,000 reputation with the protectorates of the Celestian to purchase this recipe. Here is a bag. If I want a 12 slot bag and I have 2,000 reputation, I could buy it. So if I click on here, that's telling me, hey, I do indeed have 2,000 reputation, and I could buy this bag for 9 silver if I wanted to, if I needed a 12 slot bag that badly. Keep in mind, uniquely named bags, currently there's a bug that you can only equip one of them. So I would not buy multiples of this bag, even for my bank currently. Hopefully they fix that to where they're, well, this one particular says unique equipped. So some don't say that, and it can still be unique equipped. So we got to be careful. But I'm going to purchase that bag just because I can. Now you ask yourself, well, how do I know what reputation I'm at? You come into this menu right here. You click reputation. And it says I have 7,934 of 8,000 reputation for the protectorates. So I am almost capped out for this area. So, for this particular level, I don't know. We'll check this in again and see if it takes me up past 8,000 if I get a higher level. But we'll see. So let's open up our inventory. I can just swap this by right-clicking, and now I have a 6, a 4, a 4, a 6 bag. And you can see my inventory expanded. You can also drag this to make it whatever size you want. However, it doesn't really do any good to be any bigger than the number of slots you have. Keep up to 5 bags extra for your bank. Keep in mind bank slots do get expensive. No. Your reputation stays. Once you're in your reputation, you can always purchase. Reputation is just a level to say they like you enough to sell it to you. You don't lose reputation just because you did something. You're not spending your reputation. You're spending money.
You've got some nerve keeping me waiting. Are you a friend of the forest? Prove it.
Alright, so find Watcher Sage Root. Okay, let's go find Watcher Sage Root. This way. So your bank comes with your base bank area, and you can upgrade your bank up to 5 times with purchasing bag slots. However, you have to have a bag to put into the slot to actually use it. So your bank's base bank size will still be the same amount, and then you will increase it by the size of the bags that you put there. So if you have a 3-slot bag and you put it in there, you've just increased your bank by 3 slots. If you have a 10-slot bag, you increase it by 10, so on. You only have 5 bag spots to put. Keep in mind, they get real expensive really quick, so you're not going to have all slots right off the bat. Specialty goods vendor. Alright. I can increase these if I wanted to buy one. Nice. Oh, I don't have something in this slot, so let's buy that. This is obviously better. Let's buy that. Weapon attachments. Now notice these are different things. So see how this one says it's an implant. So when you look at your character panel, you have implant, augment, gadget. By the way, gadgets will have a toggle ability that you can actually activate an effect. The rest of them are just stats. Your support system slot your weapons attachment. These are the different types. Weapons attachment. This one's your energy shield, so this is the size of your shield. And then this is your implant. So I just bought these two, which means I've increased my shield capacity to 1540, plus it adds to my Moxie and my Tech. So I'm going to equip that. And then I don't have a weapons attachment, so now I equip that. So you look at my panel, I now have this here, I have this here, and I increase the value of this. Remember that Finesse and Moxie are my main stats, but I just added to my Tech, which is support, which is fine. Low level, I'm not really doing that much. But I did take away 6 points from my Finesse. So now I'm below this milestone. So I lost 24 points, or 24 assault power by equipping this for more shields. So really, if I swap this back out, I've hit this milestone. This one's actually better for me. But all I need is one item that gives me some more finesse, and I'll swap to this better weapons attach or energy shield for the better defense. So there we go. Do any tailors make bags? I'm not really sure about the tailors making bags. That's a good question. I've only played with them a little bit, and I know they make light armor. So we can look at that when we get there. I will be doing an in-depth review of all crafts in the near future. I know Onrez has been covering those recently, but I don't think he's done tailoring just yet. I could look up my information and I could verify it, but I don't have that off the top of my head. I apologize. So we're still going this way. Now listen to that music. Isn't that awesome? Oh, here we go. We got a guy hiding up underneath a tree.
Let's hear it. Being a watcher is tough work, but it's worth it.
Ah, he's like freaking out and stuff. 1. Commune with the watcher of your... Okay. So notice this one. This is an interesting mechanic. Ads happen when they happen. If you just dialed in, you probably got an ad for joining, and then you got an ad by the random because I've been on for a while. Sorry about that. So, some quests are going to have you do things like this where you have to click and you actually have to get into this area here to achieve it. So I'm going to push F, and then I got to hit F again to get inside those areas. And we succeeded! Yay! So there we go. So now it says return to Eric, so we're going to go back to town and turn this in. Yes. Oh, what it looks like before you buy it. Well, gear doesn't affect your looks. Well, it does. Let me rephrase that. You can use costumes to override the looks, so the look of your gear may or may not be necessarily that important. But for those that can, let's see here. Let me see if I can remember. Can you preview gear? I believe you can.
I always have bargains for friends.
Not by this guy, though. We'll try that out. There is a preview function. Yes, there is a preview function. I just got to remember how to do it. So you mean, do I have what I can look like? So there you go. If you hit Control and right-click, it'll bring up the panel and let you see what the item would look like if you were wearing it. So here, for example, these boots are white with blue tops. So there is a preview function that allows you to see what it looks like before you buy it. If you miss on the key press game, it depends upon the game. Do not try and sell beta keys, exchange beta keys, tell people that you're in beta in my channel. I will not put up with that. Okay? That's against the NDA, 1. 2, if you sell a beta key and somebody buys it and they find out you bought it, they're going to get banned from the game also. So, it's not a smart idea. Don't do it here. I don't put up with it. Usually I predecess that warning, but obviously they didn't get the word. And he's not banned from the channel permanently. I just don't want to hear from him for at least the next 10 minutes. So.
I've been waiting. This is what lies in store for you. So pay attention.
Alright, let's go find somebody else to talk to. Don't fall in the water. Alright. Keep those questions coming. What do you got next for me? So if you have a friend key to give away, you need to give it away to a friend. And please, if you want to do that, don't do it in my channel. You can do that offline. The whole point of giving a friend key is to give it to someone you know. And giving them the friend key lets you break NDA of having it on the fact that you are giving it to a friend. Okay? But please, stay out of my channel. And when you do that, I do not want to partake in that type of activity.
Please. Move before the moment is gone.
I also have friend keys, but
heed my call
here in the stream is not the place to be doing that stuff. I'm here to help you learn about the game. So.
Might you heed my call for service?
So let's go find some curse wood. What do you think? And don't be begging for keys either. I do not do giveaways usually on my streams. Sometimes I honor good people that promote the community, but giveaways are not something I do. I'm here to educate people, answer questions. Can you use mail to mail stuff to other people? Yes. Can you mail stuff cross-faction? No. Right. Finding all the sneaky people under bushes. Very cool. Sprung trap. guy must be bugged. Alright, we'll leave him alone. He doesn't want to play. Should I step on the trap? Oh no! I'm in the trap! It's killing me! Get out! You can mail stuff to your alt, yes. Do it all the time.
Challenge begins.
Oh, wow! I took a lot of damage there. Alright. Let me answer a few questions here.
Double kill.
Alright, so I guess the conversation about beta keys just went over somebody's head. What do we got here? Let's finish this challenge if we can. Ow, he hurt me. Wow. All right. Let's make this a party.
Double kill.
Wow, these guys are really bugged out. Weird. Okay, I guess I won't play with them. Oh yeah! We leveled up. So when you level up, you're going to get a list that tells you what you leveled up at. It's going to tell me I got 3 new character abilities that I probably have to go to the training kiosk to pick up. My attributes automatically increased. We already covered that. Main abilities went up by 7. Secondary abilities went up by 5. And tertiary abilities went up by 3. I got a 6th slot. I now can equip 6 slots, and I got 1 amp power.
Challenge complete.
Woohoo! Well, we finished the challenge. Look at that. What do we get for our challenge reward? Oops. Are we still in combat? Oh, let's reduce that. Alright, what do we get? Pair of pants. Nice. Alright, so let's go talk about... Let's see here. Nope, I got the meaty shot. So, will it be going to open beta? Yes, eventually. Oops. Not cool.
Double kill.
Okay. You won't be able to link here. No, I would have to do it for you. There is a friend key beta player program, but a beta player would have to contact you if they wanted to partake in giving you a friend key if they earned one. Housing, buildings, if you put them up, they stay there. Auction houses are, I believe, I want to say that they're cross-faction, but the commodities exchange may not be. Don't quote me, I haven't tested that, so I would have to find that answer out later for you. Let's see here. Trying to catch up on questions here. Amp power is your amp abilities,
complete.
Which is over here. I now have a point I can spend here in one of my abilities. So I'm going to go ahead and spend it in my increased crit chance. I can swap over here. I can now equip another ability if I have one that I wanted to, and just for the sake of helping me out, I'll go ahead and put distortion on here until I can go find my new abilities. There we go. So what else we got to do here? I got to find one more ambusher. So let's do that. Oh, what do we find here? I can't do anything with these traps unless I'm on the mission to mess with the traps. Beta players know how to earn a friend key, so I won't talk about that here. And another mission's complete.
We will have words again.
Oops, so let's go to here. Where am I at? I still have to open some cages, kill some bone drazer. Alright, so we're going north farther, or south, either way. Oh, so here I have to deactivate a trap. Let's see here. Oh, we get to kill some things. Yep, that guy's bugged. So is that one. Interesting. This could be a hard quest to complete if these guys are bugged. What about this one? She's not bugged. Oh, I got a phone call.
Let's hear it. I trust you with this. You won't mess it up or anything, right?
I gotta break some stands. Okay. Let's do it. And boom! Nice! Let's try that again. Ah, shit. Alright, give me just a second here, folks. Oh. Alright, let's try that again. Alright. And I'm going to get attacked. Yay! Let's log in to being attacked. Alright, we're back again. So our Spellslinger is equipped individually or both. They're both. They're kept together. That's all right. Alright, sorry. Let's see if I can get back to some questions here. Kind of got flustered with the crash, but it is beta, so, you know, crashes happen. So, build manager, what was the question? Let me see if I can go back up here. Yes, the build manager is in the game, and they're called our action sets. So you would save action set 1, switch over, make action set 2, action set 3, action set 4. Keep in mind you only get so many action sets based on your level. So as you level higher, you get more builds that you can save.
kill.
The Bone Stairwell. Yes, you can swap in the world. All you gotta do is be out of combat. Keep in mind, though, your gear is not going to change from that. So if you swap from a DPS to a tank build, you're probably going to need to be swapping some gear also. So keep that in mind. I have something I need to do back over here. Probably up higher. Okay. Not going to worry about that right now. Okay. Come on, move.
Speak. I would be illuminated.
All right, so there is a queuing system for dungeons, yes. But you have to know where the dungeon's at before you can queue for it. But the group finder is not just for dungeons, it's for adventures, it's for PvP, it's for all that stuff. You have different things to find and do. Gotta love the Draken. Look at all these bones. Oh yeah. And we found some lore. Oh yeah. Let's get a bird's eye view. Oops, I fell off. Never mind. deep into enemy territory.
Double kill.
Alright, we finished the weapons round.
Done well. But I've got more stuff for you to do.
Oh, we found some Chula just hanging out.
Double kill.
I'm sorry, did I just kill you guys? Look at that skull, that's awesome. Oops.
Double kill.
Alright. So, I was trying to see, I got a loot drop, and they are much better than what I'm wearing. Look at that, 105 armor. We got some shoes. Now these are costume shoes. See how they can be worn? They don't give any stats, but they also can be salvaged for cloth. So we can just salvage them. We got some damaged weapons we can salvage. What about these gloves here? Come on, where's my tooltip? Oh well, let's move on. Let's see here. So, oh, see? Now we're staking our claim.
Territory claimed.
I have just completed an Explorer Path mission by saying, I found this place. It is mine. Oh, you know what'll be fun? Let's do this.
I really want to kill something. My blood runs cold.
And that's how we take down the throne. It is mine. I will just sit here now. This is throne. I claim it. I claim it in the name of everything. Alright, so with that, I think I've pretty much wrapped up what I was going to cover today. I think hopefully given you quite a bit to chew on about what the Spellslinger is all about. I hope you enjoyed the show. I hope I answered all your questions, and I hope to see you again in a future show. So let's check out what new abilities I got real quick that became available. So we got Frozen Bolt. See here, how much money do I got? Okay, I can buy them all. Let's just buy them all. And check them out. So, Frozen Bolt deals 143 damage to 5 foes and snares them. So that's a nice ability that lets you start combat with a snare. However, keep in mind it has a 6-second cooldown. So, do you want to use it? It depends on what you're trying to accomplish. This is a really group-friendly ability. We also picked up Vitality Burst, which heals yourself and 5 of your closest allies, but it's a charge ability. So here you have to hit it, let it charge up, then discharge it, depending on how much you want to heal. And the last one we just picked up was a Cone of Frost. It is another CC type ability that roots in a cone. So it deals 173 damage and roots them. So you got a snare which slows them down. Then you have a root that helps control your area of attack. So 3 new abilities just for hitting level 9 that really help control your battlefield. I'm going to go ahead and stick with what I currently have just because I'm comfortable with them. And right now I'm not really needing to control anything, though I could get rid of Wild Barrage and put in the CC ability instead. This one had a 12-second, this one has a 6-second. So let's try that. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's take off Wild Barrage and put Frozen Bolt on there. Let me control the battlefield instead. That looks like fun. We'll try that out. So as you can see here, Frozen Bolt is a straight line that slows things down. So that gives us a little something here to go on with next time. Anyway, as I was doing, I was signing off because I hear that my dinner is ready. So let me go ahead and give you some information and answer a few more questions as I finish up the evening. So, there's all the links you need to know if you want to find me for anything. As I said, I am Ask the Chief Streaming. I answer your questions. My videos are all going to be raw gameplay. Just what we did here today will be up on YouTube with no modifications, no edits, including the crash and downtime and me trying to log back in the game. I don't change anything. You see what you get. But my videos are about teaching and having fun, so I hope you like the show. I hope you get over to YouTube, check out some of my other class reviews, path reviews, and in the future we'll be doing a deep analysis of just the paths and some other type stuff like that. Let me know what you would like to see. I have a housing review and crafting review up over there also. I really appreciate feedback and comments, so please go, if you do go over there, leave me a comment, especially if you have suggestions for me, a way to improve, because I'm here to service you. That's what I'm all about. Anyway, thanks for coming out for the show. I probably will do some more streaming throughout the weekend, so you just need to follow me on Twitter or MMORPG.com on Twitter to find out when I'm going to be streaming next. You can also find the schedule up on MMORPG.com. Streaming schedule. I usually advertise when I plan to stream there, but knowing me, if I have the time and I have something to share, I'll stream, and not just WildStar, but any game. Anyway, thanks for coming out. I really appreciate your support and all the questions, and I hope to see you again soon. And you guys all have a good night.